Hockey. It's one of the most fast-paced, action-packed sports out there. It's played by tough players and funded by equally tough owners. Right now we should have an NHL season underway, but sadly, that isn't the case. Before the 2012-2013 NHL season can begin, the NHL and the NHLPA must come to terms on a new CBA. While the businessmen negotiate, many fans are left to simply twiddle their thumbs. However, some fans have taken it upon themselves to make a difference. One fan in particular, Matteo Codispotti, has organized a crew who have organized a rally showing their discontent with the current state of the CBA and the NHL lockout. This is the Hockey Not in Canada rally.
My dad got me interested in hockey, him being an immigrant into the country. When he got here in '66, '67, so that's when the Leafs first won the Cup. And I think he fell in love with hockey then. So it was introduced to me as our family sport. We didn't get Juventus and Roma back here, or on TV back then. So that was the sport to choose, I guess, if you were in Toronto. And being from Toronto, born a kid in Toronto, and hockey being such a big part of our culture, I think it was just natural that I started to love hockey. It's more than hockey, man. It's like hanging out with your. That's why I'm such a proponent of it. It's hanging out with your kids. It's hanging out with your dad. It's about family. It's about 100 years of Leafs and Habs. It's more than just what they're trying to do with lockouts. It's frustrating, man. We're fans. This is our game, and I'd like to be called a customer at this point. So we're not only fans, we're upset customers, and we don't even have a complaint department, and that's why we want a cup in the rally. So how does it affect me as a fan? It pisses me off. WeWantACup.ca.com is a site I put together a couple years ago, and I did that because at the time my dad had a brain tumor, and the Leafs suck, and they continue to suck, right? And they sucked for a while, and I said, you know what? I really want to watch a playoff game with my dad and my son, and my dad pulled through and everything. But in the meantime, I set up the site saying, you know what? I'm a Canadian boy in Toronto. We deserve better. This team has to provide better for us because it's important, again, to the kids, to the families, to you, to me. In Toronto, we don't speak up. We don't say the things that we should say. It's kind of like if this was to happen in New York, let's say, to the Yankees, where the Leafs, the Yankees had the same record of the Leafs, you'd be hearing their fans. If it was to happen in Man U, you'd be hearing their fans. We are a world-class organization, and in Toronto, you don't really hear the fans. We said, you know, it's our obligation as part of these social media network things, and everybody's always talking about NHL and it sucks, the lockout sucks. So we thought, you know what, we need a voice. We need someone who's going to take it from there and put it into the mainstream, and that's what we tried to do. Hockey Not in Canada is a rally that we and the guys from We Want a Cup put together. That's what we named it. And it's to promote the fact that we need awareness for the local business owners and for the customers, the fans of the game. So we feel the lockout's affecting us economically and with our traditions. It's pretty dead around here, you know. So, you know, it affects us financially. There's a lot of waitresses and waiters and bar owners and tour company people, hotel workers that are hurting right now, and that it affects us like that. Socially, every family's looking for something to do because it's Toronto-Montreal night.
We pay a lot of money to see games. We pay a lot of money for merchandise, and we're very supportive of our Toronto Maple Leafs. We just want some of that support back. So I think that some of the fans are just getting irritated with all these lockouts, and they may lose fans and lose business because of all this shenanigans going on. There is other hockey out there so that we can support them, but you know, we'll still fight, we'll still try to get our voice out, and hopefully that they'll listen and that we can get hockey back before the end of the season.
Child who saved this world, and there's 10 million more who probably could.
Did we have 100,000 people out there? No. Would I've liked 100,000 people? That's something, that's something that I knew wasn't going to happen. We're in Toronto. People aren't used to getting on the street and cheering, saying, hey, give us our way, especially when it comes to a sports team. That's why we called it From 5 to 5,000. We're starting something here, and I think it was a good start. We were able to get hundreds of thousands of people hearing our message over the media. We got CTV, you were there, you saw, we had trucks lined up all the way down the street, CBC, CTV, National, we were everywhere. We were a top story on 640, 680, so that day, people were hearing that Leaf fans were upset, that Leaf fans were rallying, that Leaf fans were saying something, and that was our goal, and we accomplished that goal with flying colors, all the way to the point where Don Cherry mentioned us, and us as a group, listen, we're nobodies. We're just guys with a website. But Don Cherry said, hey man, we had a rally in Toronto last night. So when I looked over at my guys, we knew that we had done something for hockey. We knew that we had changed something. We knew that we did a little bit. And that's all that we could have asked for. And we're proud of it.